Let's now take a look at eyebrows, which are arguably one of the most expressive features of the face. They're simple to draw, but there's a nuance to them, and they can be seen very easily from far away. Even in reality, our eyebrows are key indicators of our expressions. The first property that we want to take note of when we're drawing eyebrows is their relative height. So eyebrows can be low on the face, in a mid-level height, or very high on the face. And we can really manipulate and exaggerate this height. So we can have low brows, mid brows, or high brows. In addition to that, we're able to manipulate the angle of the eyebrows. So eyebrows can be rotated in various ways to create different looks. You can rotate the eyebrow slightly clockwise to create that type of effect, more of a sad eyebrow, or we can rotate the eyebrow inwards to create more of an angry style eyebrow. Let's take a look and see what we can do with just the eyebrows alone on a neutral style face. And so here we have 6 heads, and we're going to adjust the eyebrows and just draw in a bunch of eyebrows and see what we're capable of achieving with just the brows alone. First up, let's do a very low brow, a reverse C curve. And our character looks quite focused, if not slightly angry. Let's do more of an extreme curve. My character definitely looks very confident and focused here. If we reverse that C curve, suddenly our character starts looking a little bit sad. Let's do a very high curve. Perhaps a look of surprise or wonder. Let's do a very low sad curve. Character definitely looks quite distressed here. And if we do sort of a very high angled curve, perhaps our character is wondering or quizzical about something. So as you can see, you can really achieve a lot of looks with just the eyebrows alone. Now, typically, you're going to want to follow up your overall expression by modifying the eyebrows, the eyes, and the mouth expression, and combined, all of those elements together will produce hopefully a very convincing and a very easily understood expression in your characters. However, keep in mind how powerful the eyebrows really are in showcasing a character's expression, especially from a distance. That's the end of this lesson, and I'll see you in the next lesson.